will have a chance to get their revenge tonight in Game 2 of this 3-game series. First pitch from San Diego is set for 8:40, and Bruce Zimmerman will be making his first appearance of the year for the Brewers. Milwaukee is still trying to hold on to the number 1 seed even after that loss in the NL. The Crew has a 2.5-game lead on the Philadelphia Phillies, and Milwaukee has 5 games left in the season. 2 on the road at the Padres, and then they finish up the season with 3 games hosting the Reds. Jim, Matt, and Molly starts right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin App, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
This is utterly preposterous that I've even heard that.
Is Wisconsin equivalent with Rutgers now? Like, seriously, Maryland and Rutgers, I think, are the 2 teams that are probably close to being their equal.
Absolutely ridiculous.
They're trying to be peers with Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State like they used to be, and they lost track of the fact that they're now below Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Iowa. Like, they are the dregs of the Big Ten right now.
So you can tell Rutledge
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown. Here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio alongside Molly Brown. Primetime or shine behind the glass. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Carl Stalker text line. This is more. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream as well, and stream us on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. And, Molly, we got the gift of Barry Alvarez today to discuss. And I know it's been talked about on multiple shows, starting with Jen Gavin and Chewy on ESPN Milwaukee. It is wild that it is a thing that is said. You can tell Rutledge that.
So you can tell Rutledge that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Does he know who you are?
This is utterly preposterous that I've even heard that.
Nah, probably not. I don't know.
You're in the same boat as me and Ryan. I don't think he knows either of us.
I mean, I've been at his house. I did a live show from Barry Alvarez's house. I've seen Barry Alvarez in his swimsuit.
Ooh.
He went swimming in his pool while I was getting set up with Tony Cartagena for the show.
What show was this?
This was
like way back in the day?
In the Trenches, it was called.
Okay.
We'll call it Coors Lights in the Trenches. And it was with Tarek Sal and Derek Engler.
Yeah.
The original, which is now the Barry Alvarez show.
So that was what, 10 years ago? No, it had to be over 10 years ago. Easy.
No, because I hosted that show with Tarek Sal and Derek Engler. I hosted that show longer than anyone else, which was a decade. And I've been here at ESPN Madison for 17 years. They ran everyone out after a year. I hosted that show for a decade. I don't think that's going to be.
Hang your hat on?
I don't know. Should I hang my hat on that?
I mean, hosting with Derek Engler for a year.
Amen.
It's pretty impressive.
And Tarek Sala.
I mean, Jesse Nelson looks like he's been hosting that show for, 3-4 weeks now? It looks like he's been hosting it for a year. The way he looks in the office most days on Tuesdays.
Friend of the show who joined the show last week, Aaron Goldhammer, hosted that show.
Ooh. Really? I didn't know that.
Founder of the company, Craig Karmazin, hosted that show.
Oh.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Lance Davis, who hosted the Badger Hour here in Madison and then also hosted In the Trenches.
So they've
also
ran through
that
quite
show.
a few hosts.
Alex Strofe hosted that show?
No idea.
Did, but these were all ones before me. And then Bill Johnson, still helps us out in Beaver Dam, hosted that show for a while as well.
Okay. It's a long lineage.
Crazy.
Yes. And I was the only one that made it more than a year, I believe.
So do you think if social media were what it is now back then, do you think that your questions to those guys would have popped off in the same way that Barry Alvarez stuff is right now?
No, because Barry was only on once in a while. It was Tarek and Derek. Now, some of the stuff that they said could have popped off.
Okay.
But as they get older, I think they get a little bit more, subdued in some of their criticisms of the university, whether by choice or just by design. It's just how they want to interact with that show. But Barry Alvarez went on his show, the Barry Alvarez Show, live from our good friends at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. I'm sure they enjoyed the sizzle, swizzle, and swirl happy hour at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Maybe a steak sandwich, maybe after the show, an old-fashioned or a Coors Light. Seared sashimi is fantastic there, and I'm sure they had great service from our guy Kevin out there, and Lee obviously is fantastic out at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. That's where the Barry Alvarez Show takes place more often than not. That's where it was yesterday, and that's where and when Barry Alvarez said this.
Coach, what do you make of how fans have reacted here
I think it's embarrassing. I think it's terrible, despicable. They're spoiled rotten. Here's a team that you got young players trying to come on and are competing. They're going to have a chance to get better, and you flip on them. They're early in the season, and you flip on them, and you're chanting for the coach. What do you think that makes? How do you think that makes the players feel?
Exactly.
And
that's a great point, Coach.
That's disrespectful. It's not loyal. You're not a fan. If I'm a person sitting next to me, boom, I tell, get your ass out of here. We don't need you in here. You don't want to watch this? Go someplace else. Go boo in a bar. That really upsets me.
That was the Fire Fickell chants, which, I'll say this, Fire Fickell within the stadium, fair game. Booing within the stadium, fair game. I wouldn't do either. I mean, you were at the Bear game with me. The Bears were booed, I think, at some points during the game. I didn't boo.
Bears.
I don't boo. I think it is a bit. I feel stupid booing. I
hate booing. I'm not a booer.
I feel super dumb.
Ryan's a booer. Ryan is a booer for sure.
I feel so stupid doing it.
Yeah.
I just more note it. I wouldn't chant fire, said coach, but I'm not going to fault the student section for it. And let's get that part first. Fire Fickell. Mm-hmm. Fair, unfair in the confines of Camp Randall.
I mean, fair for why the students were doing it. They want to see a winning football team. They want to see good football. They were promised good football team and championship winning team when he came in. So, yeah, it's fair. Would I do it? No, I wouldn't do it. If I was a student and I'm around 1,000 other students, 5,000 other students, I'll probably do it because you feel a little bit of peer pressure, I'm sure. But also, the fact that there's fans there that actually care enough about Badgers football to, one, even be in attendance at the game, and two, to chant that, that shows that fans are passionate, and that shows that the students care about the football team. They're not booing, or they're not chanting fire X player or booing the players. They're booing the coaching staff.
Yeah, and Derek knows that. Barry knows that. They are propping the kids up like they're children, like they're babies out there.
They are getting paid to be there.
Right.
Most of those athletes on the field are getting paid to be there. They're no longer just student athletes. They are getting paid money, so therefore they are just a click below professional athletes.
Right, and also they weren't directed at them. No. I mean, we were acting like these are delicate wilting flowers on the sideline for the Wisconsin Badger football team that's going to melt down or can't handle their team being booed or Fire Fickell chants.
How much is Fickell getting paid this year?
Too much. I don't know if this.
That also goes into it.
I believe his average annual salary was $8 to $7 million per year. So
8 to 7, 7 to 8, my guy. Why would you say 8 to 7?
Because I started thinking it was 8, but I think it might be closer to 7 now. It's at least 7. It's around $7.5 million per year, I believe.
That's a lot of money.
Yes.
It's a lot of money to be underperforming for your job.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, any money over $30 million is a lot based off of the performance that the Badgers have put on the field the last 3 years.
So the Badger team, Barry Alvarez, a part of it in this case, should be shaking the hand of every fan that showed up for that game.
Anybody that's putting money into this team.
Yeah, because the product stinks. Mm-hmm. And Barry Alvarez set the standard, and it's not for wins. And Barry knows this. It's not about wins. It's about the team looked lifeless. The team looks unprepared and lifeless, and it is frustrating. And fans have the right to boo. They have the right to yell fire Fickell, just like you get. This is why the players get paid. This is why the coaches get paid. This is why Luke Fickell has a $25 million buyout, is that they have to deal with the crap if it comes their way as well. They get all the adulation, but they're going to get the crap. But there's also this other part of it that the university is basically giving away tickets to people within the program to be like, hey, just show up so we don't look completely empty. And I was at that game. I think I've only missed one Badger home game over the last 17 years. And so I was at, I know, right? I didn't realize I was such a fan.
I was just saying, do you have a life?
Every Badger Saturday we'd go, and then, got to go to the game either with partners, get to go to a game with partners, or go to the game covering the games back in the day.
True.
Molly, how long were you at the University of Wisconsin? 2 years, right?
2.5 years or so.
In the time you were there, how many, did you go to every Badgers home game that you could? Football game?
No, but I was also, so I actually was working here part-time while I was in school too, and I actually did go to games, but I was always in the press box. And there was 2 seasons that I went to every single one. I went to every single post game after. And then I realized those are really long days, especially when I started being full-time here at ESPN Madison. So then I was actually organizing our tailgates and then having to go to the games and the post games and all that. And I was like, I'm good. And also, Graham Mertz was the quarterback at the time, and we all know how that panned out. So it wasn't really that fun.
But even today, as a Badgers fan, do you take every opportunity?
I have no desire to go to a Wisconsin Badger game. I could go to any Badger game that I want to, and I haven't gone.
I didn't go to
another one. I didn't go to one last year.
I have to.
I didn't go to one last year. I thought about going to one this year. I've thought about maybe. I don't know. I don't really have a desire.
I don't have a desire. I just have to go.
I barely want to watch them on TV.
Watching on TV is worse. That's honestly why I go. If I watch them on the TV, I'm going to fall asleep.
I tried to take a nap during the Alabama game, and I couldn't. So it was just on the background while my back was towards the TV.
You just turned away from it. I love it.
I did. I was trying to take a nap.
844-770-3776 is how you get into the show. That's a Carbus Talking text line. List is more. I need to edit some of these comments, but I'll say this. Right, Molly, I'm not going to boo a bunch of somebody's sons, talking about these are people who are at least, something of, you're not out there being extra mean to them. And then we'll go. I
don't care if they're somebody's sons. I just feel like a jabroni.
No, he's agreeing with you, but also, he's saying that they're booing Fickell in that moment. He's not out there booing those kids specifically.
Gotcha.
And then the best I can do for Tim's comments is Karen Berry is, I guess I can pull that from all the things that Tim sent in. I get the rest of it, Tim, but I can't say it.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Then Robin Madison says Barry being Barry is about the only thing I can read out of that one. Then Donna DeForest says, you can't believe everything on Fickell. Players are lousy in these pride. Best players you can get. I don't know exactly what was.
Was he
pride a lion?
I don't think so. Was he trying to text practices? Lousy in these practices? I don't know what you can get.
Yeah, I'm not sure out of that one, but yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong. No. I mean, the players aren't executing and the coaches aren't coaching well. And beyond all that, it doesn't feel like anyone around the athletic administration, the football program, has any sort of grasp of what's going on. I mean, it's very telling when Chris McIntosh feels like he has to assemble a press conference when nobody asked him to, because after the game.
I think that's just doing a bad job.
I mean, it's
don't do that.
It's crisis management, and you're almost creating your own crisis.
Yes, it was crisis.
You're drawing more attention.
Crisis creation management. Yeah. That's what that was from Chris McIntosh. If you wanted to teach a class at University of Wisconsin and say, hey, how do you create a crisis out of nothing? I'll hold a press conference unprompted and tell everyone the coach's job is safe.
This is utterly preposterous that I've even heard that.
So,
I wish that was about.
Do we have the clip that I called for that I called off the air for? I want to hear this real quick.
They better get season tickets right now, because before long they probably won't be able to.
Oh, they can, Barry. They can get tickets. They can get tickets for $3 to get into the game. You can get dead nuts center of the stadium, $50.
You ever heard that phrase,
$22.
Dead nuts?
Dead nuts center.
No.
We did this before. It's a real thing.
You did it on the jump around. I think that's where you discussed it, actually, Jim.
Dead nuts center.
Different show that starts with a J here at ESPN Madison. But yeah, dead nuts center is apparently when you're right in the middle.
I would say I could gather the information, but yeah.
I mean, Dead Nuts Center. So $3.
Dead nuts is it's used in many trades to mean spot on and accurate.
Is that?
And you know I'm a tradesman. I host the Edge Construction and Home Remodeling Show, so I'm allowed.
So you're wearing a flannel today?
I am,
Obviously.
yeah. I'm one of us. I can do that. I can say dead nuts because I host a trade show.
So actually, though, does that $3 include all like the fees and the taxes and everything?
Yes, that's
No
what,
way.
For the Miami Ohio game. It said fees included $3.
That's not true. The fees and taxes would be $3 themselves.
Okay, the Miami Ohio game, I believe. The cheapest tickets for the Iowa game are $79 that I see.
And that's right now. That will go down.
Yeah, that'll go down as the game. gets
Miami
closer.
Ohio
Yeah.
$22.
What do you think they will be after the Badgers game against Michigan wraps up on Big Noon kickoff?
Well, they're going to
2
get
Saturdays from
annihilated
now?
in that game, I
They're gonna-
guarantee.
They're going to
So-
pay you. Be a
Instead of
job.
having like
gonna give
scalpers,
you a
it'll just be
tuition?
like UW workers, like just handing out tickets outside the stadium.
Free, yeah.
That's going to be really...
Take one, free.
Joe Nabuni says Barry's comments only further my opinion of the upper reaches of the athletic department and UW-Madison's leadership. It's a country club. Tone deaf, ignorant, and blasé as all heck. Hurts to say it because Barry is a legend. Yeah, I do think that the university right now has either stuck their head in the sand or they're being completely tone deaf. This is not quite like let them eat cake, but this is idea of like, let's just tell everyone everything's okay. But it's not. And
But everybody knows it's not. But what are
but they don't believe. Apparently, the university is acting like fans are not infuriated. That they're acting like there is not. I guarantee there isn't. There are people who matter to the university, people with money, real money, that are mad.
I mean, if
that
you,
are threatening their dollars.
like legit, if you guys were millionaires, billionaires, whatever you got to be an investor in a program like this, would you spend your money on it?
Not without some answers. Right now, I would not. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I'm not going to knock the people that do it, but if you came to me, and let's put it like this: if I had generational wealth, you're right. I probably would. I could put my name on a building. It's going to be there forever. Like that's a little bit different. If
The
I'm
Rutledge Rehab Center.
right, if I'm a business owner, what's with them? What's in it for me? Why am I giving you money? Who's coming to the stadium? They're in a bad mood when they're at the stadium. So I want my truck up on the billboard while everyone's booing? When you're going to put my ad up in the fourth quarter when everyone's gone? Like, I mean, that is real.
It's a circle I legitimately don't know how they get out of. Like, I don't know how do you get NIL money in order to pay these players to make your program better?
Win.
Yeah.
And you can't win.
You can't win without good players.
Right.
Unless you're going to play the Miami of Ohio every single week, but you're not.
But that's the thing. Fickell, unfortunately, blew his chance to turn this program around. Because in this day and age, the fans are out. The fans are not happy. And rightfully so. So then, how do you get money? Because the fans are, at some level, representative of business owners and people donating to the program. And so if you don't have their money, how are you getting, and you don't have their excitement, how are you getting more money? And if you're not getting more money, how are you getting more players?
But there is something interesting, too. I don't remember, Ryan, if it was you or if it was Matt yesterday that said it, but like, whoever the next head coach is going to be, because I think that we can all agree that it feels like there's going to be a new head coach for the Wisconsin Badgers football program next year, okay? I think we can all align that that's the way that it's trending, right? Mm-hmm. How long are you giving the next person? Because we gave Luke Fickell 2.5 years, essentially. Like, in this day and age of college athletics, is that enough time? Are we being too harsh on Fickell?
I think it depends on the resources you have around you and the resources supporting you from the program itself. I think what Luke Fickell had to come in and change, there's not many coaches in all of college football who could come in and change that within 2.5 years. Now, I think there are some coaches and a good amount of coaches who would at least have a competitive product on the field at this point, unlike what we saw this past Saturday.
That's it. Non-competitive. This team looked like they didn't give a crap. And that game, if you guys remember, leading up to it, one, I wanted clarity this year. I wanted Fickell, be good. All I wanted, 6 games, we know what's going on. 5 worst case scenario. Now we're trending towards 4 or less wins. So then we know this ain't working. I don't care about the schedule. Fickell, and I understand there's injuries and all that, Fickell would have a longer leash. One, to be fair, and it's not his fault, this one is not his fault, if he was a former Badger. Let's just be honest on that. Sure. That is not his fault.
He was from Wisconsin.
Yep. He would have a longer leash, and that is out of his control. But if the program had taken advantage of year one and not looked so disjointed, like the end of the program might have been him hiring Phil Longo, because they had 2 years of inept and impotent offense that couldn't score.
With no identity.
And now it might be too little too late, because you're right. He's not going to get fired, and he should not get fired now. But if this season goes the way we think it's going to go, which is winless the rest of the way, well, then that is fireable, because you can't go from 6 to 5 to 2. That's the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we're all saying.
And that's not asking too much, honestly. It's truly asking, like you said, being competitive. That is asking minimum.
If you had 6-5-6, I'm fine.
I was going to say, I think fans legitimately just want a bowl game.
And
that sounds pathetic, because at one point we were all saying, oh, the ReliaQuest Bowl? Who the hell wants that?
Exactly.
But now it's like if you're scratching for a bowl game,
As someone who attended the ReliaQuest Bowl, the Badgers versus LSU down in Tampa, a half-full Raymond James Stadium, that is the highlight of the Luke Fickell era. That is the best
And that was
moment.
not Luke Fickell's era, but yes.
Yeah. Wait, was that the one that he was awkwardly on the sidelines?
No.
That's why he's one game above 500 currently.
That was the Las Vegas Bowl that you're thinking of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Okay.
when they beat Oklahoma State, whose head coach just got fired today, by
You're
the
right.
way.
Okay, that
was when Jim Leonard was still technically coaching.
You're right.
And that was that awkward one where he's on the sidelines, why did they do
he's just
this?
standing
that
there.
game is why
they
he's
brought
above.
in like the new girlfriend.
That's why he's
so
above
awkward.
500. Here's your stepmom.
Yes. No, the ReliaQuest Bowl at Raymond James is when they played LSU. Jane Daniels played the first half. So did like all their other stud receivers who were on that LSU team.
Mm-hmm.
It was it was the only game where it looked like Phil Longo's offense actually made sense.
Tana Mordecai had a nice game.
He did.
Tretch showed up a little bit.
Tretch did, yep. Yeah.
The Adam Madison says it's hard enough to get top recruits here in the cold weather and academic eligibility requirements. I don't even know if those exist anymore. Side note. And
honestly, it's cold in Columbus too, by the way.
Yeah.
It's cold in Michigan.
But
it's cold in Penn State.
Then you put a garbage product on the field every Saturday. Fickell has to go. If McIntosh doesn't believe fans are mad, he's got to go too. So, in honor of Barry Alvarez.
So you can tell Rutledge that.
Which fan base, our Saturday Limited poll question right now is, which fan base is more spoiled? Packer fans in Titletown, I think is the phrase that people use, or Badger football fans?
Absolutely ridiculous.
844-770-3776. That's Cardinals Talking text line. This is more. Our Saturday Limited poll question, which fan base is more spoiled? The Packers or the Badgers? This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What was I supposed to say?
I don't know. I wanted some validation. I was looking for like a soft reach out. It was like I was trying to reconnect, have a chat with Evan, and I thought I'd get more of like.
You didn't need he wasn't asking my approval. It wasn't.
I was honestly just looking
he was
for like
fishing for praise.
Yes, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
One reason so many local organizations choose document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems? The people. Amanda Burrian, office manager at Covenant Lutheran Church.
One of the main things that has always been absolutely outstanding to me is the customer service rep that comes out and helps with the technical stuff. He is absolutely wonderful.
James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed business technology company. And that translates into better support, better service.
Fast, efficient, they're dedicated, and they're willing to be there when you need them. So it's wonderful service.
Amanda, James Imaging Systems, more like a vendor or more like a partner?
Like a partner.
And your overall business experience with James?
That feels more like a partnership as well.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
I wasn't sure if college was right for me. I worried that it would be too stressful or rigid. but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, the atmosphere is relaxed, and the instructors are friendly and collaborative. It's such a cohesive environment. My advice to others, take a deep breath and go for it. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Every team needs captains and playmakers, and Madison and Dane County Pizza Hut locations are looking for both. They're hiring managers to lead the crew and drivers to deliver big wins and pizzas. Find part-time or full-time roles with flexible hours, plus full benefits for those who work 30 or more hours per week. Whether it's running the huddle or making plays on the road, there's a spot at Pizza Hut for you. Apply today at jobs.pizzahut.com. That's jobs.pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
New Beyond Raw Lit V2 pre-workout. GNC's #1 pre-workout. Now with harder hitting energy, an intense mind-body connection, and enhanced endurance support. This isn't just pre-workout, it's precision engineering for your body. Turbocharge your workout with new Beyond Raw Lit V2. Available now at GNC and GNC.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
If you're looking to look and feel your best, you've got to check out Carbon World Health's Med Spa in Sun Prairie in the brand new location, their Med Spa location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center. Whether it's advanced skin treatments, body contouring, or just giving yourself that refresh that you need, the team at Carbon World Health has you covered. I get my hydrofacials done there. I got to make a call over there. I've been bad about that. Well, can you tell that my skin is just not glowing? It's because I haven't got my hydrofacial in a couple weeks. So, if you're looking to get started on your health and wellness journey, head over to Carbon World Health in their brand new location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center.
She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge. We are in the Everlight Solar studio. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I did forget. Matt's not here. It's so rare that he's here. I on this more note when he is here. He's not out on a bachelor party. He is on his way to Canada.
For once.
For curling.
This is his second time in Canada for curling in the past month.
In the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, honestly. He should just get dual citizenship at this point.
Easy for you to say. Prime time. Come to the show, 844-770-3776 on the Carbon Talking text line. This is more.
I almost had to dump myself there.
You almost dumped yourself is what you did.
Yeah.
That self-defecating humor of Brett Bielema.
I just shit my drawers.
Who,
would you want Brett Bielema back to lead the Badgers?
Yes.
After 63-10, I don't know.
Oh, yes, still.
Okay,
Come
but
on.
Also Illinois was ranked 9th in the country. When was the last time Wisconsin was ranked as a top 10 team?
It's hard for me because I always think Brett's a fraud. And he's only as good as his assistants. And the second they start leaving.
That's a lot of college football coaches.
I know, but he was bad here the last few years. The last year they won 7 games.
Paul Chris.
Right.
So was Luke Fickell.
Right. But I think we there was a sweet spot of Brett that was good. That was very good.
How many coaches do you think are sustained success throughout their entire tenure at a program, though? There's ebbs and flows to every team, every coach, every program. And I think Wisconsin, especially, if they could do what Illinois is currently doing with Brett Bielema, I'm taking that 10 times out of 10. That's literally all I want as a Badgers fan at this point. I don't know about you.
844-770-3776. It's the Carbos Talking text line. List is more. Would you take Brett Bielema back? Our Siding Unlimited poll question is, which fan base is more spoiled, the Packers or the Badgers? And you can chime in on that.
Well, you call the Packers entitled town.
I feel like that's a term that some Packer fans use for themselves.
Felt like Green Bay to me.
I refer to them more as QB town, where they care more about QB MVPs than they do about titles. Right now, it is 96% say Packer fans are more spoiled.
I would love to hear like an actual explanation for the Badgers, because I just don't resonate
that's why I
with
think
that.
It's a slam dunk. It's not the Badger fans.
Yeah, no, I 100% feel like it's Packers.
Why don't we hear again from Barry Alvarez his explanation why it's Badger fans that are spoiled, according to Barry Alvarez.
Coach, what do you make of how fans have reacted here
I think
so
it's
far?
embarrassing. I think it's terrible, despicable. They're spoiled rotten. Here's a team that you got young players trying to come on and are competing. They're going to have a chance to get better, and you flip on them. They're early in the season, and you flip on them, and you're chanting for the coach. What do you think that makes? How do you think that makes the players feel?
Exactly.
And
that's a great point, Coach.
That's disrespectful. It's not loyal. You're not a fan. If I'm a person sitting next to me, boom, I tell, get your ass out of here. We don't need you in here. You don't want to watch this? Go someplace else. Go boo in a bar.
They have.
And I just wanted to watch the game.
They're not even going to bars to boo. Spoiled rotten. That's a phrase I have not heard in a while.
Why is that what you're?
No.
I feel like my parents used to call me that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
It is very much a father saying to his son.
Yes. Yeah.
Parents saying to their daughter, both parents.
It's true.
Yes. We're just putting ourselves in our own shoes there.
Yeah.
Am I telling you
spoiled,
what? Just kidding.
spoiled rotten. It's just a funny phrase. It sounds like he's talking about like he's mad at his grandkids or something.
Do you think that there's a better way for fans to voice their displeasure, like openly in a very vocal way? Like, I'm not saying
he's upset that they're booing. What else are they supposed
Not
to
buy
do?
tickets.
That's
Not buy
what I'm
tickets. Is that
saying.
what you want instead?
They're not buying tickets.
No, but I'm saying, okay, well, clearly they are, because there was fans that were saying fire Fickell, and there were fans that were booing as the team was leaving the field. So clearly there are people that are spending their money on this Wisconsin Badgers football team. Would you rather them just not show up? That's what he said.
I mean,
don't
Jim,
show up.
You were at the game. Did the stadium ever get more than 3/4 full?
No, and the student section was the least full I've ever seen it.
Especially for a conference game, I imagine.
Yeah. It never filled. I can't remember the last time the student section never filled. The stadium never filled. And last year, I had the luxury of joining Carbon a lot in their suite, and I would look across at the upper bowl, and I feel like it was full every time. Not close. Worse than the Miami of Ohio game. And it's only going to get worse.
That was a Thursday night game.
And here's the thing. Regent Street, and I know there was a storm, obviously. Shout out to the ESPN Madison team for setting up in a thunderstorm there. But
Still
for Wisconsin College game day on our tailgate. But there was a storm. But Regent Street's been dead comparatively.
Compared to other years, yeah.
Yeah. I would imagine the bar numbers are not what they were. And the stadium numbers can't be what they are. So it is affecting the economy built around the Badgers. That matters. That's not spoiled rotten. All Badger fans want, Barry, is what you delivered, which was a enjoyable product.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted something they could watch that would be smart, tough, dependable, and
Jim's acronym as a Badgers football head coach one day.
Do you want me to say it or no?
Well, now you got to.
STD.
I'm going to get a jacket. STD, smart, tough, dependable.
Honestly, better than TEAM. TEAM ain't working.
I still don't know if that acronym stands for anything.
Together, everyone achieves more.
Is that really what it is?
Are you kidding?
No, I didn't. No,
It's
I'm
together,
serious,
everyone achieves more. It is the most annoying thing about Luke Fickell, in my opinion.
I'll be honest, it's never felt like that team was together.
Does it bother you more because it's on a vest?
Yes, and then he also wears the vest when it's 95 degrees in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. What are you doing? Drives me crazy. He wears the exact same thing whether it's 100 degrees or negative 30.
I mean,
okay, it's not actually
like Jim says, it is for the brand. That's what you do it for.
But the Badgers have a
It's
brand
terrible.
problem right now.
What is their brand?
You know what? Maybe if he just takes the vest off, the
STD.
Badgers would actually.
Smart, tough, dependable is the brand that people want.
They don't have STD. So.
should go see your doctor for that. You should go to the medical school.
No, they don't need to because they don't have it. They don't have smart, tough, defendable. It's dependable or defendable?
Dependable.
Dependable.
Okay. They're definitely defendable.
Nah, they're pretty indefensible, honestly.
Yeah. But, yeah, the Badger football program, that's what it was. That's Paul Chris' phrase, but I feel like that's how they define Badger football players. Smart, tough, dependable.
Lucky by a billion.
Chris Orr, smart, tough, dependable. This team is none of those things. And if we went out there and we saw a team that didn't look like they were still sleeping when they showed up to play Maryland or thought they were going to roll their helmets out there and beat the snot out of Maryland, if we'd seen an effort, it'd be a different story. If this team was like, we're just getting out talented, but you know what? We don't have these penalties. We're not making dumb mistakes. No, that's not what we're seeing, and that's why people are upset.
Michael on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream says, so now Wisconsin wants to emulate Illinois, who got beat by 53 points by Indiana. That is the measuring stick now? Also,
honestly, yes.
Illinois was ranked ninth in the country, and they lost to a number 19 Indiana team.
There were other external factors and internal factors for why they lost that much. They were missing 5 defensive backs in that game. If they played that again at the end of the season, it could be a very different result. I'm not trying to come and cape for Brett Bielema in Illinois. I'm just saying that if that's what Wisconsin was right now, we would all be defending it and saying that they would be a team that would bounce back and could still contend for the playoff. If that was the case for me as a Badgers fan right now, there'd be zero things to complain about.
Michael also chimes in and says, does UW beat UW Whitewater? I'd be interested to see.
I'd assume. I don't want to throw shade on Whitewater.
Okay, I mean, it's a different level program.
It is.
Just curious. Just want to hear you guys' thoughts.
I'm opting out of this conversation.
Because you don't have faith in the Badgers.
All right, we're going to take a break from Badger Talk. Talk to Jason Wilde next. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
For a man's curly chest hair, taco meat. Sure is.
I told you. Jim's is like salt and pepper color.
Yeah.
It's saltier than it is peppery.
Yes, the part that shows is more salt than pepper. But in general, it's salt and pepper in general.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like Utica Bar, Paoli Pub and Grill, the Pub at Pleasant Springs, and the Nitty Gritty in Sun Prairie.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's no second chances. There's no do-overs. We're definitely primed to take that next step. That's the focus and the goal.
This is your Green and Gold Fix on 100.5 ESPN.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go.
This Green and Gold Fix is driven by Metro Ford.
As the Packers get ready for their Week 4 Sunday Night Football matchup in Dallas against the Cowboys, head coach Matt LaFleur still reflecting on what went wrong Week 3 in Cleveland. LaFleur on what the team can take away after the loss to the Browns.
I just think this league is such a week-to-week league, and you can never lose sight of that, and you can't take any moment, any game for granted. The goal is to go 1-0 every week.
Well, the 2-1 Packers will look to get back on that 1-0 plan as they prepare for Sunday Night Football against the 1-2 Cowboys in Week 4 prior to the Week 5 bye. I'm Alex Strope.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. We've been at the heart of many magical moments, from engagements to weddings to sweet 16s. It warms my heart to be a part of these moments for 40 years with people I consider family. With the highest standards and an eye for classic beauty, enjoy a warm boutique setting at Goodman's Jewelers, where integrity shines in every gem. At 220 State Street, Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store, Madison, since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost you thousands. The Quicken Loans PMI Advantage is our lender-paid mortgage insurance program. You see, we pay the PMI so you don't have to. PMI Advantage can give you more options, more flexibility, and may save you thousands when you refinance. To learn more, call us at 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN, or visit us at QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states and MLS number 3030.
Your customers are your most valuable asset. So if you run a business that stores customer data, that is, personally identifiable information, including credit cards and social security numbers, you have to protect it, especially if you want to stay in business. Barracuda Networks has more than 150,000 customers worldwide who trust our security and storage solutions to do just that. Keep them open for business. Reclaim your network. Visit barracuda.com/open to learn more.
The people have spoken, and the results are undeniable. Ridgetop Exteriors delivers. We swept the People's Choice Awards. Best roofing, best siding, best windows, and best overall home improvement company. That's not just winning, that's setting the standard with expert craftsmanship, top materials, and service that keeps homeowners coming back. 4 categories, 4 wins, 1 name. Ridgetop Exteriors, your only choice for home exteriors. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and experience the difference today.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Hey, it's Mike Greenberg. I'm fired up to be joining Wilde and Tausch this Wednesday morning to talk about my latest book, Got Your Legends. I'll be giving listeners a chance to win a signed copy by guessing how I put together my Packers Mount Rushmore. That's this Wednesday at 10:30. Don't miss it on Wilde and Tausch.
Jason, quick
You
question.
are one of one.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Thank you for helping me prove my point, Molly. Because my point, well, I love Matt Hamilton. That's going to be a hot key.
I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
Do you have a question for Jason, or how is he supposed to respond to this?
He asked the questions to me. No bats.
By hanging up.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
We love hearing this open because it means Jason Wilde is joining the show. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. No, Matt, Jim and Molly with you in the Everlight Solar Studio. We are presented by Coors Light. Jason, maybe we should have all just skipped out on work today and gone down to the Wiener Circle and gotten in line for some free wieners.
I love the way they char the ends. Yep. Yeah, that's thank you, Caleb Williams, for your service.
Yeah.
And for the free hot dogs. That's pretty awesome.
And apparently his dog, his girlfriend or fiance, I'm not sure the exact relation of the woman who brought the dog, but Supa, his dog showed up there too.
Supa.
So they brought the dog.
The bowl.
Yeah. Yes. Short for bowl. So vibes are good down there. I would imagine vibes in Green Bay are a little bit testy. And I want to ask you this about LaFleur, but I did forget to ask, how are you doing otherwise today, Jason?
I'm great. Thanks for asking, even though you didn't really have to.
I want to. I do mean it. I have not missed it yet. So, but I did start with a little
game left.
Yeah. The word I think about with Matt LaFleur and the way he's been talking about and treating Jordan Love is like infantilized. Like, he's treating Jordan like he's a rookie or he's a baby. Like, it's not Matt LaFleur's fault he called a play that a guy who's in his 6th year in the league should be able to execute. And I heard today that LaFleur doubled down on him blaming himself for the play call. And I wanted your thoughts on it because I feel like it's almost insulting to Jordan Love where Matt LaFleur is saying, my bad, I shouldn't have called this play because he's saying his quarterback can't handle a pretty simple read and knows the situation of the game. Like, you got to trust Jordan Love in that situation to go, if it's not there, I'll just take the sack and we'll punt it away. Our defense is great.
Yeah, you would think so. But, look, I don't love that word, although it's probably more accurate than I want to admit. I just don't understand it. And you guys have heard me talk about this in terms of the fan base does the same thing. Like, my favorite one was after the interception. Well, he led a drive to win the game, and then the kicker got the kick blocked. He got a 20-yard pass interference penalty, and he completed a pass to Tucker Kraft, which most of the yardage was yak. Like, I'm not saying he doesn't give credit for putting them in position to kick the game-winning field goal. I'm saying we don't have to do the whataboutism and, what about how he got him in position again after he threw the pick? Both can be true. Yeah, he did. He got him in position to win the game still. And then the special teams let them down yet again. But he threw the pick, and he's a big kid now. He can handle it. I'm a big kid now. Like, I don't. That is one of my greatest frustrations, and I'm not here to tell you how to fan. I've learned my lessons on that. I'm never going to do that again. And I still understand why you would chant the Bears still suck when you might see them in the playoffs in 2010, and you beat them anyway, but it might have had something to do with all the quarterback injuries the Bears had that day. That certainly didn't hurt. But the fact of the matter is that, he made a mistake. We don't need to relive it, and we also don't need to excuse it. Like, you can't make that mistake in that situation. Now, the argument about, hey, look at what the Browns are. Look at how crappy their offense is. Matt LaFleur, did you ever consider running the ball into the line, maybe with your running back who's averaging 1.9 yards per carry on the day? Maybe he gets one more yard than that. And it's 3rd and 3, and you convert, and then you can run out the clock. They've only got one timeout left. But once he decided, and that was my point, I don't know if you heard the back and forth with LaFleur and me yesterday, but all right, so did you think, I asked him two things. One, did you think about running the ball there given the way your defense is playing and given how the Browns offense was playing? Oh, hindsight's 20/20, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Second part, once you've decided to throw the ball, what can Jordan Love do there so it doesn't end up being a catastrophic result? Right? Because that's what it is, right? Because they don't lose the game. If he throws an incomplete pass or takes a sack, they win the game. Because they are not driving all the way down the field for the tying touchdown, much less getting the tying touchdown and then kicking the game-winning field goal. They're terrible offensively. So, but again, at least I'll say this: I thought it was actually a victory for me that Matt LaFleur said, "What we always tell our quarterbacks is don't make a bad play call worse." Which was an acknowledgement that at least he made it worse, right?
Yeah.
So look, people don't believe me because they think, oh, he's Rodgers' guy or whatever else. Which that's a whole other story for another day. But Jordan and I have a great relationship. We're not doing a radio show together, so he's not in my basement. Although I would like to take him on in ping pong. I don't hang out with him. We're not friends. But I was the only beat writer at the cleat thing that he did at Green Bay Southwest High School, and I'm putting together a fun bye-week story about the teams that he's helping, giving cleats with every touchdown he scores. And I got to meet this junior linebacker, Marcos Martinez, from Green Bay Southwest, who they did 4 plays, and on the last one he picked Love off. They're doing 7-on-7. And I got him talking because I covered high schools for a long time, so I love talking to high school athletes. And he talked about the interception. And I said, "What does it mean to you that Jordan's here, and what's it like to be around him?" And I swear to God, this kid's a big, tough, Green Bay kid. And he starts talking, and he starts to get super emotional, and then he says, "Go Southwest," to end the conversation. Because he didn't know what else to say without starting to tear up. And I think there's a lot of really good about Jordan Love as a player, as a dude, as a teammate, as a leader. I love his leadership style. But God, can we please stop just making it always someone else's fault, or we can't criticize him, or we're not being fair to him? I get that in the YouTube comments during our show. I don't hate Jordan Love. But I can tell you this, Jordan Love hated that he threw that pick because he cares about it a lot, and he doesn't have a problem. You want to talk about something that he does way better than the 2 guys before him. How about taking the blame himself when he screws up? He does a way better job of that than either of the guys that came before him.
Do you feel like Matt LaFleur took the blame in the same way that he does for Jordan Love with Aaron Rodgers?
Sure. Yeah, I think that's in his coaching DNA. It's always my fault first.
How do you feel about that, though? Because, to me, it just feels like, you know what? You can only take the blame so many times. And I understand you're not just going to say, yeah, my quarterback stinks. He shouldn't have done that. I get that you're not going to do that. But at some point, it's just all right, let's just say it even for Matt LaFleur. Those times, how many years straight has he said, yeah, we shouldn't have deviated from the run. Yeah, I should have gone back to this. Da, 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 da. Like, just do it then. Just stop deviating from the run. You keep saying that you should have stopped or that you shouldn't have stopped. Then don't do that anymore. Like I feel like I just get frustrated with him as a coach and just when he's in his press conferences. When he's in his press conferences, because it's like you just keep saying the same thing, but you're not changing your actions.
Yeah, but I mean, he's coached how many games now? So this is year 7, right? So he's coached 90, carry the 1. Like, he's coached over 100 games. Like, there are games where he doesn't get away from the run, and there are games where he's a human being. So if he, gets fired up about, a matchup that he really likes, and sometimes he's wrong about it, he goes the wrong direction, right? I mean, he makes, let's be clear. There are times when it is undeniably his fault, and he should take all the blame because it's his fault. But he takes it a higher percentage than it's actually his fault. Now, I would say that I tend to be similar in that way. Like if there's something, and my girls are perfect, as you guys well know. So very rare, and if something does go haywire, it's usually my fault. But like I'm the same way about I even do that occasionally for Jesse, and I'm sure he's listening because he's got a lot of work on his plate. But like I don't mind taking the blame. The people that I can't stand are the ones that never take blame or responsibility for anything. I would rather deal with somebody who takes more blame than they actually deserve. The problem is, and this is what I would argue, he does it so much more than I do that it starts to lose its effectiveness, right? I mean, I even said that to him in my question to him because it's a lot. And I do think you have to be a little bit careful about not going overboard because then, let's be honest, if everything is always your fault, then ultimately we're going to start to think, well, it's never his fault. He's always covering for someone. And so, again, he can go about this however he wants. God bless him. But I would argue what Jim is arguing here, which is Jordan's a big boy. He's a grown-up now. And there are occasions where it's okay to say, yeah, we can't throw that ball. We got to see that guy. I mean, I understand it's a quick game throw. I understand that Delpit made a great play, which he did. No one's taking that away from him, right? We all recognize that the guy made a great play, and they get paid too. But the idea that it's all because of a bad play call, it wasn't a bad play call. Like, all those guys, I said this to Tausch this week, like, all those guys, what are they always trying to do? They want to go win the game on offense. They're all offensive-minded guys. Zach Taylor, Kevin O'Connell, obviously Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur. They all think the same way. They're all on that side of their football brain, so they don't want to make their defense get one more stop. I mean, look at Dan Campbell last night. I mean, I know we all like to poke fun at Jared Goff, and some people think he stinks, but I'll tell you this. Who's more likely to make that perfect throw on 4th down based on the evidence, him or Jordan Love? I mean, that was perfect.
Well,
and so I thought it was I just think it's ridiculous to say, well, they should have just run it. Yes, they probably should have had he known that he was going to throw a pick.
So the other thing here is you bring up Dan Campbell and you bring up LaFleur, and this is obviously a little bit of in the moment and a little bit anecdotal, but this isn't – the Browns game was surprising in the fact that it just seemed like the Packers maybe weren't – they kind of thought they'd roll their helmet out there and, like, we're way better than the Browns. We just beat these other two teams. Like, of course we're going to win. And I think a little bit of that is a product of this is a very young team, and that I think that's part of the territory when you have young players that they can believe their own press clippings, to use an old reference there. But also, this isn't the first time under LaFleur where the team is just – I'm not saying they didn't show up, but like they didn't match the energy of the team that they were playing. And I look at Dan Campbell, and there's one time I remember them not matching the energy of the team they were playing. That was week 1 against the Packers, and the Packers brought out great energy. But it does seem like a couple times a year there's just flat performances from Matt LaFleur coach teams. Is that youth? Is that LaFleur? Is that just the product of the NFL?
Yeah, so I always struggle with this, Jim, because a lot of times I kind of feel like the flatness ratio is directly proportional to the execution ratio, right? Like, if you execute poorly, then you start to get flat. Like, it's a chicken and the egg thing.
Mm-hmm.
Were we flat because we didn't execute, or did we not execute because we were flat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when I look at the Packers, like, yes, did they go in there thinking these guys stink, but they've got a really good defense? I can tell you this. They were very, very aware that they were going to have trouble protecting. There is no doubt about that. That did not come as a surprise to Jordan Love or to Matt LaFleur or the offensive line that they stuck together with bubble gum and shrink wrap. Like, they knew that they were going to be a problem. Now, I think they felt like they'd be able to overcome it far better than they did. And I think they thought they had a good game plan to do that. But the bottom line is they knew that was coming. And they also knew that this was a crummy offense and that their defense was playing great, which, by the way, it did play great again, right? I mean, their defense was fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're right about the energy for that first game, only because the Packers' energy was so far off the charts.
It was, yeah.
For a normal NFL game, like the Parsons effect there was so enormous that no one could have matched that unless, if Aiden Hutchinson had not been expected to play, and then he showed up like a wrestler coming out of nowhere. Is that Aiden Hutchinson's music I hear? And then suddenly he was there and he had like 4 sacks. Like, they weren't going to match that. So I don't know if that was the issue, obviously, on Sunday, but it certainly didn't help. And their energy certainly got worse the less and less effective they were offensively.
Jason, I just want to ask you our Saturday Unlimited poll question after the comments made by Barry Alvarez last night. On the Barry Alvarez show, we want to know which fan base is more spoiled, the Packers or the Badgers?
Ooh. I think it's the Packers, and it's not really close.
That's
now,
what our
again,
poll says, too. It's a landslide in the Packers right now.
Felt like Green Bay to me.
And to be fair, like, how do we define spoiled, and what kind of actions come with being spoiled, right? Like, if it's you always expect to win and you always expect your quarterback to be awesome, that is definitely the Packers mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the fan base. Now, does that mean that they don't appreciate winning sufficiently? You'd probably make an argument for that. Again, I am not telling fans how to fan, but, and especially for old people like me, who were kids in the 70s and 80s when the Packers were bad and the Badgers were bad, who was a freshman for Barry Alvarez's first season, and they went 1-10, and God, that win over Ball State was magnificent. But, like, how do you not get spoiled, right? Like, again, I joke about this, but, the girls are in high school now. I think they would say that they are pretty grateful for the parents that they have, because they see other kids that deal with some challenging situations, that their parents and their family life is not as stable as ours.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I definitely look at some of their friends and some of the stuff that they not only go through, but the way they behave, and I go, hey, I got 2 people that make me look like a way better parent than I actually am. And so I think it's important in every walk of life and every aspect of your life to be appreciative of what you have. But again, that doesn't mean, like, I don't love what Barry said. Despicable was a really strong word, in my opinion. And go boo at a bar, which was funny. But, like, given the season ticket situation, I don't think we should be telling anyone to get their ass out of here. And so my point is that I totally agree with him. I don't see what the fans did as productive or helpful, right? Booing, occasionally booing can motivate. I don't personally believe in it, but again, who cares what my opinion is on something like that? More importantly, the fire Fickell chant, he took that as how bad it is for the players. Well, I guess, but they're not. I mean, I don't think that the fans that were chanting that, and I don't want to speak for them, I don't think their issue is with the kids that are out there busting their asses trying to play.
Right.
I think their issue is with the head coach, who we were told was going to be such a great upgrade over keeping Paul Chryst or hiring Jim Leonard, and there's no evidence that that's the case. And so, I think the biggest thing to me, and I don't know who else said it, I don't want to say that this is a purely original thought, but I'll tell you this, I'd rather have them chanting that than being completely apathetic and not showing up, because the first Badger game that I went to as a kid was during the Don Morton era. And talk about apathy and depressing. I was in high school, and it was, we went up there just because I had never been to Madison before. And I'm surprised I still went to the University of Wisconsin knowing how lame the football games were going to be.
Yeah, I haven't seen that era. But I always say this, Jason, I didn't know Badger football existed until they went to the Rose Bowl with Ron Dane. When I grew up in the Cedarburg area, I was like, wait, there's a college football team in the state? Because all of a sudden, towards the end of the year, my parents were getting together with their friends on Saturday, and we're watching Badger football. And then that's when I learned they existed. I was 14 years old. So, to your point, yeah, they were. That's when it was really bad. But Barry knows that, and Barry knows. I mean, you can't be the guy that says better get your tickets because they're going to be hard to get when it's like the easiest ticket to get in the state right now.
Well, and in fairness to him, I think he's in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Right? First of all, I have a ton of respect for Barry. I mean, I was a student reporter. I learned so much from covering him, and I learned more from covering Badger hockey with Jeff Sauer, but I learned a ton from Barry and Jim Huber and Brad Childress and all those guys. And I have the utmost respect for him. But he's in a tough spot because we're going to keep asking him questions. He's got a show, and he doesn't want to trash the coach, but at the same time, he is honest by nature, sometimes brutally so. But the other part of it is, and again, this isn't a slight on him, but the game is completely different, right? The whole football, college athletics is totally changed. And so I think it's a little bit harder to say, well, this is how we did it, when the functionality of getting players and everything else has changed so much. Now, that said, my issue is I understand that you felt like Paul Chryst couldn't do it in this realm, and maybe Paul Chryst would even admit now, years later, yeah, you're right. I'm not cut out for the style of college sports that we're in now. But I'll tell you this, and I am 100% biased. I've known the guy for a long time. I covered him. Jim Leonard wouldn't have done any worse. Yeah. And I think that's one of the places where fans get a little frustrated.
I think that's great, Jason. Thank you so much for all the insight.
All right, everybody. Take care. Be good.
Go boo in a bar.
That's Jason Wilde. J&K Security Solutions, locally owned, family-owned, veteran-owned. They can protect your home or business from anywhere in the world with commercial fire protection and obviously commercial security. J&K Security Solutions. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Wisconsin's loss to Maryland causing friction within the fan base. So heated to the point chants for Luke Fickell's job began to ring out. Barry Alvarez's thoughts on the student section chants.
I think it's terrible, despicable. They're spoiled rotten. You got young players trying to come on, they're competing, and you flip on them. How do you think that makes the players feel? That's disrespectful. It's not loyal. We don't need you in here. You don't want to watch this? Go someplace else. Go boo in a bar.
This episode of the Barry Alvarez Show on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin honors trust and commitment on your behalf before, during, and after the sale.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. PellaWI.com.
James Imaging Systems, the best document imaging technology, the best local service, and perhaps best of all, the very best people. People you can count on. People you can trust. That's all important to Amanda Burrian, office manager with Covenant Lutheran Church.
Absolutely. I think that having their reliability, I think just having them as a teammate and a partner.
James Imaging Systems, partnering with local businesses and organizations to help them be more productive and more efficient.
You don't have to worry about the printing, the ink. You don't have to worry about the copier. They take care of all of it.
Saving the church money?
It's definitely a savings.
One last question, Amanda. Would you recommend James to others?
I would definitely recommend James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center Update brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. Badgers icon and former head coach Barry Alvarez calling fans spoiled rotten, at least those fans who chanted "Fire Fickell" during Saturday's 27-10 loss at Maryland this past Saturday. The former head coach and athletic director came to the defense of the current embattled head coach during the Barry Alvarez show last night. Here were some of his comments.
Coach, what do you make of how fans have reacted here
I think
so
it's
far?
embarrassing. I think it's terrible, despicable. They're spoiled rotten. Here's a team that you got young players trying to come on. They're competing. They're going to have a chance to get better, and you flip on them.
Go back and watch last night's full episode on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream with Barry talking about the current lack of identity for the Badgers program, as well as Chris McIntosh's vocal support for the current head coach after Saturday's game as well. Badgers will be on bye this week before they head out to Ann Arbor to play the Michigan Wolverines on Fox's big noon kickoff. Then the Brewers inching closer to securing the top speed in the NL playoff field, taking on the Padres tonight, 8:40 p.m. first pitch.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
This is utterly preposterous that I've even heard that.
Is Wisconsin equivalent with Rutgers now? Like, seriously, Maryland and Rutgers, I think, are the two teams that are probably close to being their equal.
Absolutely ridiculous.
They're trying to be peers with Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State like they used to be, and they lost track of the fact that they're now below Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Iowa. Like, they are the dregs of the Big Ten right now.
So you can tell Rutledge that.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I've got the power in the Everlight Solar Studio. I'm Jim Rutledge. No Matt Hamilton. Primetime Laura Shine behind the glass. Molly Brown with me as well. Got a headache. Take some Tylenol. Maybe some coffee.
I'm just kidding. I'm not pregnant.
Breaking news there from Molly Brown.
You're welcome.
Get to the show. 844-770-3776. That's the Carbon Stock text line. List is more.
Is that almost like Chris McIntosh coming out to say that Luke Fickell's job is secure?
Luke Jickle?
Luke Jickle.
You all right today?
Luke Fickell's job
Do
is
you need
secure.
a Tylenol?
Look,
I was gonna say it.
I need a lot right now. But that's like Chris McIntosh coming out to say that Luke Fickell's job is secure, being like, yeah, there's no issue right now. Nothing's happening. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's different. Molly
As the
being
room around him is on fire.
Yeah, as Molly's like, nothing's wrong. Nothing's different. I'm not pregnant. Nothing's going on.
Okay, I'm actually not pregnant. I can guarantee that.
Okay.
Also, this show needs me, so I can't be pregnant.
Can you say it?
Matt is in his almost Olympic trial phase, and he's about to be in the Olympics.
You can't just
knock
leave
on
me
wood.
out here solo.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But also,
what are we gonna do? The jump around 5.0?
Yeah.
4 to 6? Jim would love that.
Yeah.
The jump around 5 days a week. Yeah.
I love me some me.
Yeah, indeed.
I don't know if that's
Your point is a valid one,
It's not a
Jim.
drop
What
anymore.
was the commercial where they're like, and I guarantee it?
You just sounded like the Allstate guy, so I imagine it was Allstate,
No.
but I'm not
No,
sure.
it's like I feel like it's for like suits, and they're like, you never had a better
Men's
fit in your life.
Warehouse?
Yeah, I guarantee it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is it from like the 90s? We weren't alive.
Yeah, that's a good question. What era is this?
Shut your mouth.
Is this the
You're a
Don
little
Morton era?
geriatric over there.
Our audience is geriatric like me, medically. 844-770-3776. The Carbon Talking text line. List is more. What commercial ended with, and I guarantee it? Because that's what Molly sounded like right there.
Okay.
What did I say? I guarantee it.
You said you guarantee you're not pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
And I guarantee it.
that was easy. What commercial was that?
That was Staples. That's Staples, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Badger football. You can see it on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Is that right? You can see this on the ESPN Madison YouTube
That
stream?
was what they saw before we came back from break.
Okay,
but they
so-
will see it shortly.
All right, we're going to bring it up on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. It is a meme that is famous online from The Simpsons where Bart Simpson says, "This is the worst day of my life." And Homer follows it up with, "This is the worst day of my life," or "This is the worst day of your life so far." So that prompted us to ask our second Side Unlimited poll question. Is this rock bottom for Badger football, or is this rock bottom for Badger football so far?
Yeah.
844-770-3776. Carbon Talking text line. List is more.
I don't know how to answer this question. Ryan, would you like to answer?
If I had to pick one, I would say it's rock bottom so far.
By the way, we have like 75 new text message people chiming in too.
It's amazing.
About being spoiled fans?
Men's Warehouse from Chipotle Corey. Then the 920 chimes in with Men's Warehouse. Then Noah and Madison chimes in. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. Men's Warehouse. 920 follows up with the you're going to like the way you look. JJ
So I had a
Fournette.
great guess.
Yep. Men's Warehouse. Chipotle Corey. You're going to like the way you look,
What
Jim.
other
He
tuxedo
guarantees it.
places are there for men?
Joseph A. Bank. It's
What?
the only other one. Joseph A. Bank. That's
But
a
Is that the name of a football stadium? Like, that's what that sounds like to me.
It does sound like a football stadium now that you mention it, but I believe it was also a chain of suit stores back in the day.
There's
I don't
a
know if it
lot
still
of
is.
text coming in. I think people would rather us just, like, riff off commercial
should there be-
copy and
what other
just
one?
guess who it was.
You guys don't want to talk about the rock bottom that's coming for Badgers football?
What?
The rock bottom that is still yet to come for Badgers football?
Yeah, this is the rock, or what was the answer? This is rock bottom
So far.
so far.
Is this
I was thinking yet was in there, but it's, so far.
Do you think that this is
It
just
go- it'll
so far?
get worse.
Yeah.
It'll
But
get worse
This is
as
easily
the
like the
season goes.
lowest it's ever, for me at least, or at least in the last
During my
35
lifetime.
years. Yeah.
Here's how low it is. The text messages are rolling in on Men's Warehouse. Nobody wants to talk about how bad the Badger football team is.
They wanted to a lot yesterday.
No, they do, but it's depressing. But yeah, our side limit poll question, 844-770-3776, Carbon Talking text line. This is more. Is this the worst? Is this the worst Badger football is, or is this the worst? Is this rock bottom for Badger football, or is this rock bottom for Badger football so far?
It's so far. Where do you stand? We're both
We should
so
probably
far.
put the little asterisk of since Barry Alvarez, because what I gather, it was really bad before Barry Alvarez was here.
What year did Barry get here?
1990. Oh man, I want to say 92 or 91. Right, Jim? Is that?
And you said you didn't care about Badger football until they won the Rose Bowl, which was 95?
94.
94, yeah. Yeah, because I think it was within 3 years of Barry getting here that they won a Rose Bowl.
920, please give us your name because you text all the time, but we don't have your name. But chimes in, I'm scared Indiana might put 100 on us. I need a safe space.
They won't. They'll pull their starters by then. Don't worry about it.
Here's what they might do.
It'll be fine.
A little bit of, if you notice when they lost to the Badgers, or excuse me, when the Indiana lost to the Badgers when Brett Bielema was here, Brett Bielema put 83 points on Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, when they beat Brett Bielema, put 63 on Illinois.
Yep.
I could see Cignetti from Indiana remembering that. And is that game at Indiana or is it up here?
Indiana.
I'll have to look at the schedule. Oh, I actually have the schedule on our meme, actually. I can pull it up quick. Yeah, it's at Indiana. Okay. Molly Brown.
Well, you guys, I know their schedule by heart. I know their home schedule by heart.
That's true. You do have to schedule all of our ESPN Wisconsin College game day tailgates.
Yes.
So you would know pretty well.
So with that, though, 83, I could see them putting it on the Badgers as a payback.
There's no...
They put 63 on Indiana. How are they not? I'm sorry, they put 63 on Illinois. How are they not putting 100 on us?
What week is that? That's mid-November? Is that between Washington and Illinois?
Yes, this looks like it is November 15th.
JJ and Poinette with an optimistic view at it. I think it's rock bottom totally because they won't play anyone as bad as Maryland, so they might lose every game, but at least they'll be objectively better opponents.
If you lose by 20 to Minnesota in the final week, that's worse.
That's fair. Because I don't know if Minnesota's objectively better than the Badgers.
What about Michigan? What do you guys think of, the Michigan score?
Michigan's pretty good. Yeah, but I think the point that JJ and Poinette was pointing out is that if you lose to a really good team by like 20 to 30 points, like you don't feel as bad about yourself because it's like, all right, they're getting blown up by a really solid program. Bryce Underwood, the quarterback at Michigan, like he might be a future top 10 pick. Like they have a lot of really good players.
And the Badgers can't stop anything in the passing game.
I mean, talk about stop anything in the passing game. Can they pass anything at all?
That's the whole thing too. Michigan has its flaws, but their defense is historically pretty good.
Yeah, I mean they're going to
get their coach back now too.
That's
and they have
true.
the bye.
It doesn't really seem to matter whether or not they have their coach or not.
They have a bye week too?
I think they did something kind of. Yeah,
sure.
at the end of the Nebraska game, or not the end, at the end of the half against Nebraska, they mismanaged the clock to allow Dylan Raiola the Hail Mary throw. It was really just poor clock management that allowed that to happen. And so, like, those small little things. Robin Cottage Grove, this is just the beginning. This TEAM has no heart. And then we finally know is Mike and Monona is the 920 number. So
there you go.
Rutledge is an idiot guy chimes in. Much like the show I'm texting into, the Badgers are garbage now. Well, thank you for watching the garbage cook over here. But we've gotten started this.
Sorry, go ahead.
But we've just gotten started to suck this year.
Sorry, I thought you were making a point, son. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, then cut me off for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
For what it's worth, though, last night, Derek Engler and Barry Alvarez were both saying that Michigan isn't a hard place to play.
So
is this the same Barry Alvarez that said the Badgers would be favored against Alabama?
Same one, just a different week.
Bar. A bar.
Worth noting, Badger Extra, Jim Polzine got a hold of Barry Alvarez this morning, I believe, and Barry walked back the harshness of what he had to say. So we're efforting to get Jim Polzine on the air to share his conversation with said Barry Alvarez, but I can give you a little bit from, I don't want to read it all because it is behind a paywall, and I want to be respectful of that. But the nut graph here. Barry Alvarez said something Monday. Molly, no. Barry Alvarez said something Monday night.
Dead nuts center nut graph?
No nuts. What is a nut graph?
It's the nut graph.
It's like not a preamble, but it's basically like the summary of all the top, information that you need for a story in the first paragraph.
I wasn't a big J journalism.
It's the protein in the story, all right? It fills you up. It's the protein of the story. It gives you all the information you need.
Who, what, when, where, why, and then how is the rest of the story.
Fill up on nuts. Got it.
No nuts. Nut graph.
Unless you're right.
Barry Alvarez said some things Monday night, and it wasn't until the following morning that the former University of Wisconsin football coach and athletic director realized how those comments were being received. In short, not well. It was Cindy Alvarez who had informed her husband that his criticism of Wisconsin fans on his weekly radio show, the Barry Alvarez Show, on ESPN Madison was generating a lot of attention. And obviously, let's hear that. I just threw that at Ryan real quick, but we have it ready there. Here's what do we have it now? No, we do not have it. So that's on me. I should not have just thrown it to Ryan expecting I would be ready to go. But obviously, Barry Alvarez said, here, I can read it. I think it's embarrassing. I think it's terrible, despicable. They're spoiled rotten. Here's a team that you've got young players trying to come on. They're competing. They're going to have a chance to get better, and you flip on them. They're early in the season, and you flip on them. You're chanting for the coach. How do you think that makes the players feel? That's disrespectful. It's not loyal. You're not a fan. If a person's sitting next to me booing, I tell them, get your ass out of here. We don't need you. You don't want to watch us. Go somewhere else. Go boo in a bar.
Go boo in a bar.
I'm upset about it. It really bothers me. I thought we were above that. And here's what he had to say this morning in the article with Polzine. Well, I think more than anything else, I tend to overreact at times, Alvarez said. I meant what I said, but I think I said it in a way that I overreacted. So, then he says, you're there to support your team and coach. I want to ask that question. 844-770-3776. The Carbon Stock text line list is more. Doesn't have to be a poll question here. But are you in a game to provide, like, what? Unbridled or unmitigated or unfeathered support for your team? Like, is that the point of being there? Like, you
being a fan?
Yeah, if you're going to a game, you want to do that. But, like, it's not your job to kiss their butt.
No.
Apparently, Barry Alvarez believes it's fans' jobs to show up at the stadium and kiss the team's butt no matter what is going on out there.
I mean, like we talked about before, I don't believe in booing my team. I will never do it, but I get why people do it. I'm not going to tell everybody around me saying, hey, don't boo, you're going to offend the team. You're going to offend the team. No, you have feelings.
Go boo in a
that
bar.
is what makes sports what it is. Fans make sports what they are, not the coaches. Like, we all love sports, and we are all fans of sports. Like, you can be different as fans and all the different things, but I'm not in it for the coaches. I'm not a fan of the coach. I'm a fan of the team. I'm passionate about the team.
Jason Sunprairie says if Barry wants fans to be better, they need to give us something. We will have $20 million for the cap next year. How many businesses are lined up to pay for stars? I don't think many.
None.
It's a different world, and I'm not convinced Fickell can compete in it. Molly, I need you to get out, speaking of competing, because we're going to play Minute to Win It next.
Minute to Win It.
Yep.
I forgot it's not Wednesday.
No, but we're not on the air on 100.5 ESPN tomorrow. So
we probably should have mentioned that. We're digital only tomorrow on the ESPN
are.
Madison YouTube stream, 12 to 2. Just be Molly and I.
Jim and Molly live from Beaver Dam.
Live from Beaver Dam. Maybe we'll go to the Thirsty Beaver afterwards.
I mean,
Molly just gave me a look.
That should be a guarantee, Jim.
Guarantee?
Just like guarantee that Molly gave us earlier to be guaranteed.
Should I bring my dry cleaning up to Beaver Dam?
Why dry cleaning?
I believe it's a dry cleaning place. Beaver Cleaners.
Okay. Sounds clean. Okay.
Spicy.
We go to the damn bar.
That's not real.
It is
No, it's
real.
not.
It is real.
That's not real.
It is real.
I don't believe you.
Google it.
No, definitely not. Not on this Wi-Fi.
Packers fans want the ultimate Lambeau VIP experience. Jim, Matt, and Molly are teaming up with Miller Lite to hook you up. Every Miller Lite purchase gets you an entry to win 2 tickets to the December 7th Packers game with us. That's right. The Jim, Matt, and Molly crew are giving you a VIP game day experience with exclusive access to the Tundra Trio pregame party. You and a guest could be living it up at Lambeau, Miller Lite style. All you have to do is head to any of the following locations and get yourself some Miller Lite. You could try Scotty, Big Ten, Red Zone, and Lucky's 13-13. The winner will be announced on November 21st, so grab a Miller Lite today for your chance to win. All right, what's the category?
So we haven't really talked much Packers today outside of our conversation with Jason Wilde, but they have taken a hit in the national media perspective since their loss to the Browns.
Slipped on the athletic rankings. I haven't seen the ESPN ones yet.
Oh, that's what exactly we're about to go through today, Jim. What are the top 10 teams in the NFL Week 4 power rankings over at ESPN.com? That's the category for today's Minute to Win It. So what do we want to set the over-under at for Molly? How many of those she can guess in 1 minute?
Just Molly, so 6.5?
That seems fair. I mean, these are pretty self-explanatory teams. There shouldn't be really any surprises, I would say. It's more just the timer aspect that's playing against her.
Okay. All right, we'll go 6.5. What caller?
Let's go caller 6 and 10.
Caller number 6, caller number 10, 844-770-3776. Caller number 6, caller number 10, 844-770-3776. That is Minute to win it. That's the number to call in. You're going to get a $25 or a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Yeah, $25 or a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse if you pick the correct over/under. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Matt, you I don't mean this in a mean way, but you kind of look like your dog.
Moose is a handsome dog. So
you have beautiful
no
dogs.
offense taken. No offense taken at all.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
I really struggled with choosing a career path. I had so many interests and couldn't decide what to do. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I'm figuring it all out and making friends and connections along the way. Coming here is the best decision I ever made. My advice to others? Just take the first step. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and lease a 2025 Honda Civic Sport hatchback for as low as $259 per month. Or browse their vehicle selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
And not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
The people have spoken, and the results are undeniable. Ridgetop Exteriors has added to our dozens of awards by sweeping a recent People's Choice Awards, taking home Best Roofing, Best Siding, Best Windows, and Best Overall Home Improvement Company. That's not just winning, that's setting the standard. Bo here with Ridgetop Exteriors. At Ridgetop Exteriors, we deliver with expert craftsmanship, top quality materials, and customer service that keeps area homeowners coming back project after project.
Oh, the guys from Ridgetop Exteriors are here.
The message is loud and clear. You want the best, you call Ridgetop. 4 categories, 4 wins, 1 name. Ridgetop Exteriors, the undisputed champion and your only choice for home exteriors. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com to experience the difference today. That's ridgetopexteriors.com, your People's Choice Award winners.
Ridgetop Exteriors is the place for you.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? For a limited time at TPC Wisconsin, enjoy full golf privileges and all club amenities without full dues. Pay just $150 per month through March to maintain your full golf membership with no golf dues until April 1st. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Schedule a tour or submit a membership inquiry at tpcwisconsin.com and start enjoying the private golf club experience you deserve. That's tpcwisconsin.com.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Jim Matt and Molly continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Carbs Talking text line. This is more. We're going to get to Minute to Win It in a second. Primetime Warshine behind the glass. Ryan, you asked before if Beaver Cleaners was a real place.
Fake.
No, whisknews.com. Beaver Cleaners changes hands.
What?
That's the headline. Beaver Cleaners changes hands. Beaver Cleaners is a dry cleaner in Beaver Dam that was purchased and rebranded as Hangers Beavers Cleaners after the original owner retired. Which is the better name? Beaver Cleaners or Hangers Beaver Cleaners?
Is Hangers like a name, like a surname?
I mean, you hang things at a dry cleaner.
But that's okay, I suppose.
Is Beaver Dam like the ultimate place to do silly names at? Like, I feel like there's no other place that I know of where they do such goofy names, like the Golden Beavers. The
Thirsty Beaver Dam Bar.
You ever heard of Santa Claus, Indiana?
No.
That's a place that exists. I've been there.
Partyville, you probably could have some fun with.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but Partyville is like like the tiniest little place. It's like unincorporated.
Is it?
I mean, is Beaver Dam like a metropolis?
Well, it's like 16,000 people. Yeah, compared to there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's much bigger than I was expecting.
Beaver Cleaners?
Beaver Cleaners is a dry cleaner. And it changed hands.
How did you know that this place exists?
I lived in Beaver Dam.
Oh, yeah.
Jim's a Beaver Dam expert.
He's a Beaver Dam native.
Visited. I went to the Dam Bar, the Thirsty Beaver. I'm sure I brought
Beaver
things
Cleaners?
to the. I'm sure I went to the Beaver Cleaners.
Yeah.
Get some dry cleaning done.
Every grown man has to at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
R.I.P.
He's alive. Mike
He just
Gundy
got
fired by Oklahoma State. All right, let's get to Minute 20.
Will they beat the odds
I say everything with pure confidence, whether I think I'm totally right or not.
or crumble under pressure?
I legitimately know one of these. I legitimately have one.
This is the Minute to Win It, presented by North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, with 3 locations in Madison, DeForest, and Verona.
So tomorrow, Molly and I are on 12 to 2. We're going to be digital only on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. We're going to be doing the show live from Beaver Dam. We're not carpooling because Molly's coming from...
What?
Well, she'd have to come down and get me.
I mean, I think that would be only right for you two.
So the question is, Molly...
I'm not meeting him at Bath and Body Works.
We could start
Do we
the
want
show
to meet
early.
at Beaver Cleaners? Do we want to...
Oh,
do
we
want,
could.
Yeah. Do we want to take some...
Never mind.
Get a picture taken at Beaver Cleaners? Take some pictures at the Thirsty Beaver?
You guys should put a scrapbook together. You guys at the Wiener Circle, at Beaver Cleaners, at Soldier Field.
Every inappropriate place?
Yeah.
Weirdly
Davidson Park
named?
in Milwaukee. Yeah.
Forgot we were there together, too.
Yeah, we did go to the park. Yeah, yes.
Bed
Whoppers.
Bath & Beyond should be on the cover of the scrapbook.
Yes. And then
For sure.
Why is it Bed Bath & Beyond?
attorneys
It's not
can,
Bed Bath & Beyond. Get it right. It's Bath and Body Works.
Is there a difference?
Lotion versus sheets. Lotion.
Not sure which is worse.
Body wash
All right, why don't we just
versus home goods.
We should probably just get to
But
minute
not
to win
home
it at
goods.
this point. All right, Molly. Well, we haven't talked a ton of Packers today outside of what we talked about with Jason Wilde, but
a little nervous.
We're going with the top 10 Beaver-themed things in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin.
No idea.
Didn't we just go through all of them?
There's more.
Test my memory.
There's 100, Molly. But we did want to talk about the Green Bay Packers today, and they took a bit of a hit in the national media, the national landscape this week, in NFL's power rankings over at ESPN.com. So, today's category, the top 10 teams in the NFL power rankings per ESPN. Your timer starts now.
Bills.
The Bills are number 2 on the
Eagles.
list. The Eagles are number 1.
Chargers got to be in there.
The Chargers are number 4.
Packers.
The Green Bay Packers, number 5.
Who would be Rams?
The Los Angeles Rams are number 8.
The Chiefs and Ravens stink.
Ravens stink? Okay.
Well, they're 1 and 2. Okay, well, the way you just reacted, Ravens.
Well, not just
Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens are on the list. All right, I gave it away.
Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers are number 6.
Dolphins stink. Saints stink. Cowboys stink. Texans.
How are you navigating through the league right now? Are you just going through like geographically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I say the Lions?
You did not say the Detroit
Okay,
Lions.
Lions.
The Detroit Lions are number 3 on this list.
I suppose I could go by division, how you just said that. You know, the Cardinals, they just lost to the Niners, but that was their first loss. Let's go with them. I know they're not going to be on there.
Cardinals not on the list.
How many did I get?
You got 8.
That's pretty good.
You got 1 through 8, actually.
You set the line at 7.5.
Jim?
I set the line at 6.5.
Oh!
Yeah.
Rude, but okay. I'll take it. Who won?
That would be... Oh, let me look at this. That is
50.
Matt and Madison. Got that $50 gift card from North and South.
Did he pick
Seafood
me
and
or was he
Smokehouse.
stuck with me?
He was the first caller. Caller number 6.
Matt and Madison, you're welcome.
He was riding with Molly Brown.
$50, make me holla. $50 to North and South. Duh.
Yeah. I holler every time I walk into North and South with $50.
I went.
Oh, yeah.
I went.
Do you know that you referenced a Tone Loc song?
I didn't know it was a Tone Loc
Did
song.
you know that it was actually a Honey Boo Boo thing? Do you guys remember that show? Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. It's
I know the
$50. Make me
show.
holla, Honey Boo Boo child.
So $50 to make me holla
YouTube it.
is a line from a song called Wild Thing by Tone Loc.
Okay. Never mind. We can play like coming back. So what teams did I miss?
You know, why don't we get to the power rankings? The ones you missed are the ones who you thought were stinky. The Kansas City Chiefs are still a top 10 team, Ollie.
I should have figured.
I mean,
They suck though. Patrick Mahomes literally almost had like multiple fumbles.
they'd have to do a lot to get knocked out of this list.
Backwards passes here.
They were
Oh,
number
God.
9. Number 10 is a team the Packers have beat.
Oh, Commanders. I didn't even think
Washington
about
Commanders. Yeah.
it. I forgot about them.
Yeah.
That's tough because they don't even have Jaden Daniels. How long is he out?
I don't remember what his injury was. It was a knee injury.
I think it's a little week
It's
by
kind of
week.
week to week, yeah, from what I saw. But,
Tough.
I mean, they were fine with Marcus Mariota last week. Took down your Raiders pretty easily. They were your pick for cover 5.
I know they were.
Yeah.
Lost me 13.5 points, I think.
Yeah, by the
13,
way,
13
you
and a half.
guys really got to step it up with your cover 5 picks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you know that Carson Wentz and the Vikings defense was going to pop off for the first time this season?
I was going to say Carson Wentz didn't do anything
My
in that
pick
game.
was fine until, Isaiah Rodgers had like the
2
greatest,
touchdowns by
greatest defensive game of all time.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like him and Reggie White.
Yeah. 517 chimes in. I don't know the name on it, but there is a Beaver Creek, Colorado, and there's a Beaver Liquors 2 block from his brother's condo. So Beaver Liquors is another place.
There's a Beaver Dam, Kentucky. Did you guys know that?
I did because I was in Kentucky. And I was like, what the hell?
I just know it because I've tried to get like the weather in Beaver Dam, and then it says Beaver Dam, Kentucky. I'm like, where the hell is Beaver Dam, Kentucky?
JJ and Poinette chimes in. There is a Beaver, Wisconsin, and he also said there's a Pound, Wisconsin.
I knew about Pound.
I've heard of Pound. It's well known.
Is that a incorporated?
Or is it a town?
Is it a town?
Take you to, say it.
Pound, a rural village
Oh,
and
come
town.
on, you knew.
I'm going to take you to Pound, Wisconsin, a rural village and town in Marinette, Northeast Wisconsin.
Take you to Pound, a town in Wisconsin.
Named after Wisconsin politician Thaddeus Coleman Pound.
Never mind.
Thad Cole Pound. It's a good one.
Thad Pound. Thaddeus Pound.
Thad Coleman.
Sounds like you're saying F.
Thaddeus. Thaddeus Pound. Is a town in northeast Wisconsin.
The more you know.
The more you know. North-South Seafood Smokehouse, not in any of those locations, but they are in DeForest, Madison, and Verona. All
I was
three
at the
great
Verona one
locations.
today.
Yeah, they also catered some food for us today. Yeah, that's right. I've got my days all messed up. So tell us about it.
What was there, Ryan? There was ribs. There was
ribs.
pulled pork,
The andouille
chicken.
sausage.
Yeah,
Always
that
incredible.
was
Is there any
It's a little
left? Stupid kid gets sick and I have to be at home and
There's
miss
definitely
this.
some in the
good.
fridge.
There's no sausage left.
Oh, the
There's
sausage
mac and
goes quick.
cheese, coleslaw, cornbread muffins. Oh, it was amazing.
Cornbread muffins
So
are
good.
also delicious.
I might have to take a little bit home. I love North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, so my Coors Light.
Hey, this is Matt's Chicago Doppelganger. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
One reason so many local organizations choose document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems? The people. Amanda Burrian, office manager at Covenant Lutheran Church.
One of the main things that has always been absolutely outstanding to me is the customer service rep that comes out and helps with the technical stuff. He is absolutely wonderful.
James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed business technology company. And that translates into better support, better service.
Fast, efficient, they're dedicated, and they're willing to be there when you need them. So it's wonderful service.
Amanda, James Imaging Systems, more like a vendor or more like a partner?
Like a partner.
And your overall business experience with James?
That feels more like a partnership as well.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has zero sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde here to let you know Steinhoffels is celebrating 91 years as Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader. So join Tausch, Jesse, and me as we broadcast from Steinhoffels off the Beltline on the west side of Madison this Friday. Stop by and take a quick test rest on a mattress in store, and Steinhoffels will donate $20 to Special Spaces Wisconsin, and you'll receive a $20 restaurant gift card. Wilde and Tausch live at Steinhoffels this Friday. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
It's kickoff time at Metro Ford Madison, and we're bringing the heat with unbeatable truck deals. Get the 2025 F-150 Lightning with 0% APR for 72 months, $13.89 per $1,000 borrowed, or tackle any job with the 2024 F-150 or F-150 XLT, now at 2.9 APR for 66 months, $16.41 per $1,000 borrowed. These offers end September 30th, so don't fumble your chance to save. Visit MetroFordOfMadison.com and score your next truck today.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Man, I got this swag. My habits in my bag. You know I'm popping tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My habits in my bag.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. Primetime Orshon behind the glass. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. It's Carl Talk text line. This is more. You can see us in the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Don't forget to check out Carbon World Health. If you are interested in improving your health, go see my good friends at Carbon World Health. Nestor and Ashley over there can help with their semaglutide, which is GLP-1s, which are very much a life-changing and life-improving drug that you can take to help with your weight loss journey. They also have a fitness facility, and they also have a hormone replacement treatment as well, which also can help with your weight loss journey. All right, Molly, let's get to throwing stones.
1, 2, 3,
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
Now what's cooler than being cool?
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man. I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
So, have you guys ever been TP'd?
Toilet papered?
Yes, like your house, not you as a human being.
No.
You haven't?
No. I've
Really?
toilet papered plenty of houses and a school.
A school?
A school? That sounds dangerous.
Why?
I don't know. Cameras? Like,
When?
I'm old.
I was gonna say, when was this?
Well, he's geriatric at this point, so probably.
Wow.
I am geriatric. Some parts of me are.
The chest, particularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taco meat.
Chest hair.
Salt and pepper.
Gray
Chest hair. I have gray beard hair, gray top of my head hair. So, yeah. But geriatric Jim, that's fine.
Your point is a valid one,
We
Jim.
should just call him that when he makes us mad. Okay, continue.
Geriatric Jim. It would have been, make me feel super old. I think
Ryan and I weren't born.
I was in 8th grade. So, how old are you in 8th grade?
Like 13, 14?
No, you always add 6 to whatever the grade is. So you were 14.
So 1993, 94, right around that Rose Bowl era.
Right
for
around the
Badger.
Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Right around when he found out about Badgers football.
Yeah. Toilet papered Webster, and this sounds like such a weird school, but this was the name of it. Webster Transitional School. They've changed it now to Webster Intermediate School.
Is it just a middle school?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
We were the Webster Cowboy, or like there was a little cowboy guy.
An Aggie?
A Bronco?
No, we weren't the Aggies,
No,
though.
it's
It was
like
Webster, I think Webster Cowboys, because there was like a cowboy.
And Webster is located where?
Cedarburg, Wisconsin.
Why are Cowboys related at all to Cedarburg, Wisconsin?
I was a Purdy Panther at Fort Atkinson Elementary School. There's no Panthers in Fort Atkinson.
How do you know that?
As far as I'm aware of.
I know there's probably more.
There's no Panthers in Oregon where I
Okay,
live
but
now.
like if we're going off of like geographical stuff, like everybody would be named like the bears and the deer here, and that's about it.
The Bucks are in Milwaukee.
What about the Cedarburg Pottery Barn? Like what?
Name it after businesses.
Well, I just mean like the historic downtown Cedarburg. There's known for wine and pottery and old shops.
Oh, and the Strawberry Festival.
Strawberry. There you go.
There you go.
The Webster strawberries. Fantastic. That sounds great.
Anyways, guys, wait. So were you going to continue your story that Webster was the place that you TP'd?
You tell your story, then I'll share my TP story. Toilet paper
So
story.
last night I was getting ready to take a shower, and I hear my husband on the phone, and I could pretty much like gather who he was talking to. He was talking to our 17-year-old. And apparently he was on a 3-way call with our 17-year-old and then his girlfriend. And they were like, okay, so our 17-year-old is a senior. His girlfriend is a junior. So I guess the last 2 weeks and probably leading up to homecoming, which is in a couple weeks, kids just TP different homes in the area. I guess like seniors TP juniors' homes, juniors TP seniors' homes. So we were basically like anticipating we were going to get hit. But we kept telling our 17-year-old, we're like, if we get hit with like TP'd and all that, you're cleaning it up. Like, we're not touching it. This is your friends. This is your thing. You're going out and doing this to other places. Like, you deal with it. These are your consequences, essentially. Whatever. So, so my husband was on the phone last night with them, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, because the junior, she was in the group chat with all the juniors, and she's like, hey, there's like 40 people coming to your house to TP. So we were like, what do you mean? She's like, no, legit. Like, they are turning the corner down your road. They're going to come TP your house. We're like, okay. So then all of a sudden we see like a bunch of cars fly by. Some of them don't have their headlights on, all that stuff. Kids being kids, right? They park like maybe a block and a half away. And then there's just a mob of kids like coming to our house, all dressed in black. And yeah, our house gets hit with a ton of TP. I wish I would have taken a picture of it this morning when I left my house because it looked so much worse from the outside. Honestly, probably one of the worst that I've seen in the area. Like, I've seen some other houses and I feel like they didn't look as bad as ours did. But I sent you guys a picture last night because yeah, our house got TP'd in the pitch black. And my husband was even like, they're not going to come. We have too many streetlights by our house. Like, it's too bright. Nope. Like, literally the massive tree in our front yard that is one of those big trees that are like, this has been around for hundreds of years, I feel like, just covered in toilet paper. They're like, the kids aren't going to be able to get it down. But I'm not mad because I don't have to clean it up. It's not my problem.
Yeah, I've never been toilet papered. I've toilet papered at least, I don't know, 5-6 houses. Not in a friendly way, though. There was people we didn't like. And then
See,
we also,
that's what I always thought it was too.
But I know that is a friendly thing. I know that.
Yeah,
is a
now
thing.
it is apparently.
Yeah.
I
also egged a few houses.
But also didn't
egging is pretty mean.
Egging would make me very mad.
So I got a couple quick Jim juvenile delinquent stories.
Go
I
for
guess.
it.
Let's go.
All right. So one, TPing the high school in 8th grade. That had never been done before.
Jim was so revolutionary.
Wait, you'd never TP'd? Nobody had ever TP'd the high school?
No, it was the middle school we TP'd.
Oh, okay.
Middle schoolers have to get rides. So, like, my mom took me. She dropped me off down the road.
Mom, I need to buy a lot of toilet paper.
But she did say I had to face consequences, which I did. But
What were
anyways,
your
we toilet
consequences?
papered. I had to, like, clean the house or whatever. But anyways.
Oh, wow.
No, like the outside. Like I had to like basically do like change out the window. Like I was up on the roof. It was insane.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
they were
right,
trying to kill
that's
me
not
basically.
just cleaning the house. That's remodeling the house is what you did.
True. So, anyways, so what happened was someone I forget how it came through, but like one by one. So honestly, I felt like a badass. One by one, names were getting called to the office at school on that Monday. They'd be like, well. So-and-so, I don't want to name people's names, but like, well, Ryan Wollersheim come to the office. And then like it kind of got to the grapevine. And it was like kind of like it was kind of with the cool kids. So like the cool kids are getting called in. And then people are telling you like, hey, don't rat on this person. Don't rat on this person. Their parents will freak out. They will get in really big trouble. So then like to this day, there's like 3 kids that were a part of this toilet papering issue at Webster Transitional School that were never caught. But I think I got like 2 days suspension.
Cool.
And so I was suspended for 2 days in 8th grade. And then another quick story. I went to go egg someone's house. There was a reason for it. I don't need to get to the reason for it because it's kind of sad. But anyways, we thought this person should face some consequences for things that they said. And so we show up. They must have gotten word that we were showing up. They showed up. They had fireworks. They were shooting fireworks at us.
No.
So
oh my gosh.
It's a full-on battle.
Yeah. So then we leave.
War in Cedarburg.
We're all driving. Yeah, so we all drive away, come back. We buy out the city of Cedarburg in eggs, and we come back at like 2 in the morning, and we unload an ungodly amount of eggs on this person's house. And the funny part was, so we all threw them in the air, and we threw them from far away because we wanted to make sure we weren't going to get shot with fireworks again. And all of a sudden, we're standing around and we're like, huh. Because you launch them and all of a sudden we're like, and you hear, and all the eggs hit the house. And everyone had a dozen eggs, and there was probably a dozen of us, at least. And so we're all just firing them up there. The lights all turn on. We take off running, and running away.
Oh, no.
I see one friend go face first in the grass, and I'm like, what is going on? Before I can even think about I see another friend go down, and before I can even have a second thought, I go face first because there was like chicken wire that was like at my knees, and that like we didn't see that was taking us out one by one by one, and all 3 of us face planted hard into the dirt.
It sounds like Nam. This doesn't sound like Cedarburg.
That was a booby trap.
Yeah.
But anyways, no harm, no foul. The house was
I thought you were
going to
say it was the wrong house.
No,
I was like,
no.
Oh, my gosh.
No. The kid came up to me, and he's like, my parents were so mad. I'm like, well, don't shoot fireworks at us. Because we came with this toilet paper.
Yeah.
And then they shot fireworks at us, and then don't bring fireworks to an egg fight, I guess.
Yeah, toilet paper is super mild.
Yeah, we were going to go into toilet
fireworks.
paper, but then they shot fireworks at us, and then we're like, all right, well, now you made us mad. So we did that.
I would be so mad if my house got egged.
Yeah, I don't think it's good for those.
Like, that has to be terrible for your windows, siding, all the things.
Yep.
All the things.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
For a man's curly chest hair, taco meat. Sure
Oh,
is.
I told you. Jim's is like salt and pepper color.
Yeah.
It's saltier than it is peppery.
Yes, the part that shows is more salt and pepper. But in general, it's salt and pepper in general.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Matt Hamilton here for Leinekugels, the craft beer that showcases a commitment to tradition and quality, founded in 1867 in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. No matter where I'm at, on the ice, on my boat, or if I'm just watching the big game, I always have a Leine's in my hand. Whether it's the refreshing summer shandy, the smooth honey vice, or my personal favorite, the juicy peach, there's a delicious flavor for every moment. Pick it up wherever you get delicious beer, but remember, you gotta be 21 years or older to enjoy.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Striving for excellence is exactly what we do.
Our suite of master craftsmen ensure every roof we install will last.
We believe in giving you exceptional results.
And the satisfaction and durability you want with your suite of metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, it's Mike Greenberg. I'm fired up to be joining Wilde and Tausch this Wednesday morning to talk about my latest book, Got Your Legends. I'll be giving listeners a chance to win a signed copy by guessing how I put together my Packers Mount Rushmore. That's this Wednesday at 10:30. Don't miss it on Wilde and Tausch.
At Canopy, their balanced approach helps guide families through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Create a personalized wealth management experience with care, confidence, and clarity with Canopy Wealth Management, like I did. At Canopy, care, confidence, and clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started with them today. It's canopy-wealth.com. She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge. We're in the Everlight Solar Studio. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. Primetime Warshon behind the glass. We have Prep Mania Weekly from that was coming up at 6 o'clock here with Hunter Vaughn and Dennis Semrau. And then a first pitch at 8:40, a 8:04 pregame. Brewers take on the Padres. Brewers are stumbling their way to the end of the season.
It's fine because so are the Phillies. The Phillies just keep blowing any chance to make up ground on the Brewers.
Right, but is there a concern? I believe now they're still are they at 500, below 500 since their winning streak?
They'd be slightly below 500 since the winning streak now.
And then Woodruff sounds like he's not playing ball anymore.
I don't know.
I mean, the Brewers have not said that, but the way he spoke seemed more in past tense. Mizorowski is looking a little bit like a guy who maybe has just thrown more pitches than he can.
What did you say, Molly?
I said peak too soon.
Nah.
I say that because he's like a kid.
He is 23.
He's like in high school.
But I just mean that he's already over his normal innings.
Do you think he still TP's houses?
Probably.
Think he's old enough?
The Brewers can't lose another game if they want to get 100
God knows where that
wins.
toilet paper's going. He's all over the place.
It's going up in the trees.
Right? Yeah. It's all over the place with the toilet paper in there. I'm just saying, watch out for the Padres.
Okay. Jim's Padres fan.
No, I mean, like I said, I want the Cubs to go, but if the Cubs don't, I want the Brewers to go. But I am getting a little bit worried.
All right.
This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly. We'll be back at it tomorrow, digital only on ESPN Madison's YouTube, 12 to 2. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning